Okay, guys, so let's begin here, everyone. I hope I'm audible. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay, guys, so let's start here. As already we have discussed yesterday, the basic introduction about this Azure data engineering, everything. Okay, guys, so let's move here. Okay. And see how the things move. Okay, so let's see here, guys. So actually, before we move on, let's brush it up once again, what we have seen yesterday, so that we'll have a clear picture on this. Okay. So guys, let's see what is a Azure data engineering. So let's try to see Azure data engineering. So guys, Azure data engineering is nothing but as already we know, it's a bunch of cloud services, guys. It's a bunch of cloud services. Okay. It's a bunch of cloud services, and using this, we can perform the following task here. What are those? The first one is called as a data migration, and the second one we call it as what? Data integration, data integration. Then we have the data summarization, data integration, data summarization, and as well as the data visualization. So these all we have seen it. Okay. What are all the things we have it? What is migration? What is integration? What is data summarization? What is data visualization? Yesterday we have already discussed it. Okay. So now let's try to move further with this. Okay. So now guys, these all tasks, whatever we have it, it can be achieved. It can be achieved by using the following, what is it? The services we have it here, guys. What are those? The first one we can say ADF, that is called as Azure Data Factory. And then we can say, guys, Azure Databricks. Okay, Azure Databricks. Then we have, what is it, guys? Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks. Then we have the Synapse, Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks. Then we have the Synapse. Okay, guys. And then apart from the Synapse, we have, what is it, guys? Open AI, Open AI. Okay. And then we have one more thing that is called as what? Azure AI as well. Azure AI. Okay. So Azure AI and OpenAI is two different services we have it, guys. And then apart from this, even you have, what is it? Fabric. These are all the services we have it in the Azure Data Engineering, guys. Okay. All these are the services we have in the Azure Data Engineering. Then apart from this, guys, when it comes to this, okay, the whole process, the whole job of this, that is called as a data engineering. The whole job of this, what is it, guys? We have the data engineering. Okay, guys, the whole job of what? Data engineering. The whole job of the data engineering start from where? Yes, start from data. Start from, what's it, guys? Data. Start from the data. That means gathering of the data or the accumulation of the data is called as what? Gathering of the data or accumulation of the data. Okay, guys. So data. So data means what, guys? Data is the main, okay, factor for all the process. That means without the data, we can't work. Am I right? Everything is dependent on what? Data. The whole business is dependent on what? Data. So data from where we get is, data is also called as what, guys? Information. So we can say data or the information, everyone. Data or the information. We can say, guys, what is that? Data or the information. So we can always say, what's it, guys? Data or the information. Data, which is also called as what? Information. We get it from where? We get from the various sources. Guys, we get the data from the various sources. Let us say the first source is, what is it, guys? Social networking sites. social networking sites. We get the data from the social networking sites. We get the data from the social networking sites. So what are the social networking sites we have it, guys? Everyone? Huh? The data we get it from the social networking sites. So what are the social networking sites we have it? We can say the following are the social networking sites we have it. What is that? Facebook. Okay. Facebook. And then we have what's that, guys? Instagram, or we can also call Insta in short. FB, Insta, and we have what's that, guys? X, we call it. Twitter is called as nowadays X here, okay? And then we also have what is that, guys? Yeah, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is there. And then what is the next thing you have it, guys? Many things are there. Insta, X, WhatsApp, Snapchat. Okay, guys. So these are all the things we have it. That is called as what? All are nothing but, guys, social networking sites. These all are what is it, guys? Social networking sites. These all are nothing but social networking sites from where we can get the data. Where this data, the data here, they generate the massive amount of data. They generate what's it, guys? Massive amount of data. What is it? Massive amount of data. Massive amount of data. They generate the massive amount of data, guys. What is it? Massive amount of data. What is my massive amount of data? The huge volume of the data is called as what? Massive amount of data. They generate the massive amount of data, guys. That's it. Now, the next one. Apart from this, okay. So this is the one source from where we can get the data. But are we having any other source? Of course, we have many other sources, such as, guys, data or the information. Guys, data or the information. Guys, data or the information. We always get it from what's it, guys? Yeah, data or the information. Data or the information, we always get it from what's it, guys? The other source that is called as what? Um, Banking applications. Banking applications. What is that? Banking applications. We get the data from the banking applications. We get the data from the banking applications. So all these applications which are used at the banking sector level, which are used at the banks, these applications are used at what? Banks, guys. Okay. This, whatever the, okay, guys, whatever the information we have it, yes, whatever the information we have it, guys, banking applications. So we get this information from the banks, guys. Okay. Banking applications are nothing but what? Banking applications are nothing but what, guys? The applications which are used at the banking sector level. Okay, the application which are used at the banking sector level is called as what? Is the banking sector level is called as what, guys? Banking applications. So where these banking applications are used at the banking sector level, and this is nothing but what? It is called as what? Huge volume of the data. It is called as what? Huge volume of the data. Huge volume of data. We can say it as what? Huge volume of data. Okay, guys. Huge volume of data. Okay. So whether it is massive amount of data or huge volume of data is one of the same, guys. But whereas the another source where we have the data, the very important source and very trending source from where we can expect the data, that is called as what, guys? Data or the information. Data or the information. We can say, guys, data or the information. We get it from where? We get the data or the information from the live streaming process, guys. Live streaming process. Live streaming process means what, guys? Continuous data. We get the data from what's it? Continuous source. We get the data from the continuous source, guys. Okay. So what in by continuous source? A source from where we get the data on the continuous basis. The source from where we get the data on the continuous basis, guys. The source from where we get the data on the continuous basis. That means what, guys, everyone? The source from where we get the data from on the continuous basis. Okay. That is nothing but what? The source from where we get the data on the continuous basis. That is, we can say, guys, stock market is there. Am I right? We can say stock market. Stock market and live cricket match. Okay, live cricket match. All this is what, guys? It is called as what? Continuous streaming. Live is called as what? Live streaming process. So even this live streaming process generates a massive amount of data. That is called as what? Huge data, or we can say, guys, big data. We can say it as what, guys? Big data. So that means whether you call it as a massive amount of data or the huge volume of the data or the big data, all are one or the same, guys. Okay. All are what is that? One or the same. Everyone, okay? So guys, all these are what? One or the same. Where we can say, guys, whether it is a huge volume of the data or the massive amount of data, or it can be the big data or any other. But these are some of the sources. What are the other sources we can have it, guys? We can also have the data which we get it from the information, guys. Data or the information, we get it here. Data or the information from where we get here, guys, everyone? Data or the information, we get it from what, guys? Yeah. What are the other source we can say? It can be the human generated, human or machine generated, human or I can say human and machine generated. Human and machine generated. It is called as what? Human or the machine generated data. So now, guys, human or the machine generated data means what? The data which is generated by you and me, and as well as what's called the machineries. So this data, whatever we have it, even this data, okay, guys, this data, okay, will be, what is that? You can say this is also one of the part that is called as what? Big data, you can say. Okay. See, guys, whether it is massive amount of data, huge volume of the data, big data, all are one or the same. It makes no difference. Okay. Only the terminology what we are using it is different. Okay. That's it. Okay. So these are all the these are all the types of data we have it goes. Okay. Then the next one after this, guys. Okay. Let's see, everyone, what is a big data? As you know, the big data is nothing but the huge volume of the data, guys. The huge volume of the data is called as what? Big data. The huge volume of the data is called as what? Big data. Big data is nothing but what? The huge volume of the data is called as big data. So basically, when we talk about the big data is classified into three categories. Okay, guys. That's it. The big data is classified into what's it? Three categories. What are those categories, guys? The first one we can say it as what, guys? Everyone. The first one we can say it as what? Structured data. We can call it as what? Structured data. The first one we call it as what, guys? Structured data. The first one we call it as what, guys? Structured data. Okay. And the second one we call it as what, guys? Semi-structured data. Okay. Second one we call it as what, guys? Semi-structured data. We call it as what? Semi-structured data. Semi-structured data. Semi-structured data. So guys, we can say what is it? Structured data, semi-structured data. Yeah. Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data. The third one is called as what, guys? Unstructured data. Unstructured data. So guys, we can say what? Everyone, we can say structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data. Okay. So we can say structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data, guys. Okay. So let's try to discuss what is a structured, what is a semi-structured, and unstructured. So guys, whenever you talk about the structured data means what, guys? The data which is kept in the proper form of, okay, proper form of what is it, guys? Table. The data which is kept in the form of what? Table. And table is nothing but what, guys, everyone? Table is the collection of what, everyone? The table is the collection of rows and columns. The table is the collection of what? Rows and columns. Rows and columns is called as what? Structured data. Is called as what, guys? Structured data. So guys, the structured data is nothing but guys, the structured data is nothing but the data which is recorded in the form of a table. Whereas the table means what? It is in the form of what? Rows and columns. It is in the form of what, guys? Rows and columns. It is in the form of what? Rows and columns. So now the data which is recorded in the form of a rows and columns The data which is recorded in the form of a rows and columns is called as what? Structured data. Okay, that is in the form of a table. For example, I'll just give you example here, guys. Let us say EMP here. Okay, what is it? Employees. Employees is the, guys, employees is the, everyone. Employees is the name of the table. And now I'm giving it here as a name, ID, job, salary. Name, ID, job, and salary, guys. So I can say the name is the alien. Okay. And then we have the ID like this. Job is what is it, guys? Software engineer. And here you can say, guys, something 50,000. And then you can say, guys, SSC, senior software engineer. Can you see here, guys? This is the data you have at 60,000. So whereas these are nothing but called as what, guys? Okay, these are called as what? Yeah, these are called as what? Columns. These are called as columns and these are nothing but rows here. So we can say the collection of rows and columns together, guys. The collection of rows and columns together is called as what, guys? The collection of rows and columns together is called as what? Structured data. It is called as what, guys? Structured data. The collection of rows and columns is called as what, guys? Structured data. That is called as what? Structured data. So now we can say the big data is classified into three categories. What's that? Structured data, semi-structured data, and as well as the unstructured data, guys. So we know already structured data. Structured data means what? The data which is recorded in the form of, yes, guys, the data which is recorded in the form of what? Rows and columns is called as what? Structured data. Is called as what? Structured data, guys. Okay. Then we have the next one that is called as what? Semi-structured data, guys. The next one is what? Semi-structured data. So what do you mean semi-structured data, everyone? Huh? Semi-structured data means what, guys? The semi-structured data is nothing but the data which is recorded, guys, the same data which is recorded, semi-structured data is nothing but the data which is recorded in the proper form. The data which is recorded in the form of what is it, guys? Either in the form of a JSON or else in the form of a HTML or else in the form of a XML, etc., etc. All these are called as what, guys? Semi-structured data. It is called as what? Everyone, semi-structured data. It is called as what? Semi-structured data. The data which is recorded either in the form of what is it? HTML, XML, or JSON, etc., etc. is called as what? Semi-structured data. That means what? The semi-structured data is nothing but the data is not fully structured, but still the user can understand the data. But still the user can understand the data. That is called as what? Semi-structured data. That is called as what? Semi-structured data. That is called as what? Semi-structured data, guys. The user can understand it, but not fully. Okay. So for that, again, we have what's it get? Semi-structured data. So what is semi-structured data? Let us say the semi-structured data is not nothing but the data which is recorded in the form of these files, which is not fully understood by the user, but still the user has the format. So let us see what is a JSON file. So JSON is nothing but, guys, JSON stands for what, everyone? Yeah, any idea? JavaScript object notation file. What's it? JavaScript object notation file. JSON stands for what, guys, everyone? JavaScript object notation file. JavaScript object notation file. That is called as what? JSON file. Okay. JavaScript object notation file. Okay. JavaScript object notation file. That is called as what, guys? JSON file. JavaScript object notation file. That is called as what? JSON. Okay. JavaScript object notation file. That is called as what? JSON. That is called as what, guys? JSON here. Okay. The JavaScript object notation file. That's it, guys. Now the next one after this. Okay, guys. So what is a JSON? JSON is nothing but, guys, everyone, the data in the JSON file is recorded in the curly braces. In the curly braces, that is in the form of what's that? Key value pair. That is in the form of what? Key value pair. Guys, in the form of what? Key value pair. The data is recorded in the form of what's it, guys? Key value pair. The data is recorded in the form of what? Key value pair, guys. Key value pair. Okay. Key value pair. So what is the key? What is the value and what is the pair? Let's try to understand this, guys. Okay. What is the key? What is the value and what is the pair? Let's try to understand the same here, guys. Okay. So when we talk about the key value pair, guys, everyone, the key value pair means what? Huh? Key value pair is nothing but, guys, key value pair is nothing but the keys are always called as the columns, guys. The keys are always called as what's that, guys? Columns. Column refers to what? Yes, guys, column refers to what? Yeah. Okay, let's try to understand this. Okay. So, guys, what's it? Here you have what's it, guys, everyone. So we have what's that, guys? Key value pair. Key means what, guys? Can you see here? These are called as keys here always. Okay. Value pair. I'll tell you what is the value. Now, guys, here, let's take it here. The data in the JSON file is recorded in the form of what? Key value pair. Now, so guys, here I'm using what's that? Curly brace. And now let's use the same data here. What's that? Name is there. So I'm just mentioning the name here, guys. Name. So name is a key. Column name is called as what, guys? Key. So always make sure the keys are given in the double quotes. Then you have a colon followed by the name here. What's the name you have it, guys? Alan is the name, guys. Alan is the name. Okay. Alan is the name. The next one you have it as what, guys, everyone? Alan is the name. The next one you have it as what, everyone? Yeah, everyone. We have it as what, guys? Name is there. Then we have ID. What's the ID? ID is 44, comma. Then you have what's it, guys, everyone? Job. So job is normal job is here. Job is what's it? Again, this is a numeric character value. The character value will be given in the quotes. So that should get here, guys. Salary. So what is the salary you have it, guys? The salary is what? Numeric. The salary is a numeric. So I can say 50,000 like this. Okay. That's it, guys. Here you have it. Can you see? This is the data we have it, guys, everyone. Okay. So this is called as what, guys? Key and values. Key. This is called as keys and this is called as value. So together you join it. Key value. Key value. The both are called as what? Pair. The pair of a key value is called as key value pair. The pair of the key and value together is called as what, guys? Key value pair here. Key value pair. Okay. The key value pair is called as what, guys? The pair of the keys and values together is called as what? Key value pair. Okay, it's called as what? Key value pair. It's called as what? Key value pair, guys. So it's called as what? Key value pair. In the same way, when you talked about the storing of the data in the XML format, I'll explain you this format as well. Here, the XML stands for what, guys, everyone? XML stands for what? Extendable markup language or exponential markup language. It stands for what? Extendable markup language or the exponential markup language. XML. So that means what, guys, everyone? Yeah, XML. So guys, let's try to put the data. So the data is recorded in the form of tags here. So tags, these are called as tags, guys. This is called as what? A root tag. And the next one you will have it as a row tags, guys. These are called as what, everyone? These are called as what? Row tags. Row tags. Okay. Root tags and row tags. So now let us try to put the same data in the form of a tags here. So here, guys, the root tag is what? Employees is called as a root tag. Copy this. Employees, name of the table is called as root tag. So guys, here you have a root tag, employees and row tag. So what's the first row you have it? Name is the column now. Name, and this is called as a closing name. That means here the value will be opened, that is a column will be opened, and here it will be closed with a slash. Between this, you will have the value here, like this. There will be no commas, guys. There will be no commas in the XML format. Again, the next one you have it as what? ID. Now, what is the ID you have it, guys? 44 is the ID. And then you can say close ID. Huh? That's it, guys. Again, you have what's it, guys? Opening here. So I can say, guys, job. And what's the job you have it, guys? Sorry. What's the job you have it? SC, software engineer. Close the job. That should close the job. And again, you have what's it, guys? Again, close the job here. Okay. Close the job. Yes, guys, close the job here. And then you have what's it? Salary. What's the salary you have it? 50,000. Close the salary. That should finally. Okay, guys. So once it is done, guys, your one more row is there now, everyone. One more row is there. So I will do one thing now. Just copy this and one more row. I'll paste it here. One more row. So guys, only this one will change. What is it? Instead of Alan, you will have Bobby. Instead of 44, you will have 65. Instead of SC, it is SSC. Instead of 50,000, it is what's it? 60,000. That's it, guys. Finally, once all the things are done, guys, here you will have what's it? Everyone. It is called as what? Guys, here you will have it. Close the main tag here. Hence, this is called as what, guys? Closing tag. So this is called as what? XML format. The data is recorded in the XML format. So this XML and the guys, XML and as well as guys, everyone, XML and as well as what is it you have it, guys? XML and as well as the no XML and as well as what is it, guys? The XML and as well as the JSON are two different formats we have it here. Okay, this all comes under the semi-structure. But when you talk about unstructured, guys, there is no proper structure. Unstructured means what? Totally unstructured data. There is no proper structure for the data, guys. There is no proper structure for the data. What is that, guys? There is no proper structure for the data. Okay, everyone. There is no proper structure for the data. That means what? Yes, guys. That means what? You have photos. The photos. Then you have the videos, chat history, photos, videos, chat history, voice notes. All this comes under the unstructured data. So guys, as a data engineer, we will be dealing with what is it, guys? We will be dealing with what? We will be dealing with what? Structured, semi-structured, and as well as the unstructured data. So generally what happens here? You will be dealing with the unstructured data. So unstructured data required to be converted as what? Semi-structured. Then you have what's it, guys? Conversion of semi-structured data to what's it, guys? Structured format. So guys, this all jobs we have to do it as a data engineer. So we'll be dealing with what? The data engineer has to do the following type of jobs. Now guys, okay, that's it. That is nothing but what is what? Guys, the data we have it. And now how to deal with, guys, how to deal with again, that is nothing but the rest of the things that is called as what? Everyone. How to deal with the further, what does that means? Storage of the data. So whether it is structured, semi-structured or unstructured, where does it stores? All this will just see in the next session, that is guys tomorrow here. Okay. So here you have it, guys, everyone. So this is the thing we have it, where we have seen today with the data and all that. Okay. From tomorrow onwards, we will start the practicals as well, guys. Okay. So we will see the first session of practicals tomorrow morning. Okay, at the same time. So meanwhile, if you have any doubt, you can just directly call me up, guys. I'll give you my number as well. Okay, so this is my number, everyone. This is my number. You can call me directly, and then afterwards, you can also give me. You can also view some, videos are there on my channel. This is my channel. This is my channel, guys. So you can also see the things on my channel. That's it. Okay. Okay. So that's it, guys, for the day now. And if you have any doubts, you can ask me now. Please respond. Any doubts? Okay. So that's it, guys. Thank you, everyone, for taking up the session. So tomorrow we'll start with the practicals, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to start with the practicals. Okay. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, please, ma'am.
Hello, Samir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Actually, today is my first lecture. Can you please share some details regarding this course or some overview? Means the duration and the fee
Yeah,
structure.
duration, it would be around 75 hours of the duration, where it is actually, included the following. That is ADF will be the ADF, ADB, Synapse, and then guys, the ADB and ADF will be in detail, and Synapse overall, this integration of ADF will be there. And apart from this, we will also see the OpenAI and Azure AI applications and Fabric, okay, applications, how to integrate the basic level. We are going to see all this, and a complete implementation of the project we are going to see on the same process. And the session timings is 6 o'clock, and content brochure and all, the management will provide you for this. Okay. So, or else if you want, I can give you one website, direct website. This is my own platform. Okay. Where you can get all the contents brochure. Okay. You can see the content brochure as well. Okay. So that's it, guys. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, ma'am.
Thank you.
Anything else? That's it, guys. Okay. Thank you. So we'll meet tomorrow morning at the same time. Okay. Thank you.